orders do you have for us, my bony wonder?
Shut up.
Very well.
Hi there, it's time to make another one of these update videos. So the last one I did was in August, and I did not do one for September, and I think maybe one or two people were thinking, oh well, too bad, haha. But anyhow, actually, one of the reasons why I didn't do one at the end of September was because I went to Tokyo for the All Japan Model Hobby Show, right? So that was super fun. I hadn't been there in like 5 years, and it was in 2018. Okay, so that was the last time I ever went to the hobby show. So I got to see a lot of people I haven't seen in a very long time, right? Still several familiar faces from when I worked at Aoshima. Two of them are working for different companies, right? And one of them actually has his own company. But yeah, some other guys were there still, and I got to see the new Back to the Future DeLorean model kit on display. So yeah, that was really great. Something that's really cool is I got to meet a subscriber. His name's Jay, and he reached out to me, and he's like, hey, you know my childhood friend Adrian? And yeah, so I had met him at one of the hobby shows, and he's a huge Macross fan. So I met up with the two of those guys. They had already seen the exhibition by the time I got there, and so I told them, you know, don't wait up. It's gonna take me a long time to record this, and like it wasn't until like well after like an hour and a half, maybe at least an hour, that I was busy talking with so many people, and then I finally started recording. So I took pictures. I'm going to submit to Fine Scale Modeler magazine. I need to send an email to Aaron Skinner, right? He's the guy you see on there if you watch their videos. I need to send him the photos I took. Anyhow, I did a photo gallery on my website. If you haven't seen that, if you go to the video I uploaded for the hobby show, there should be a link there for you to follow and see it, right? So, gosh, yeah, so this guy Adrian, it turns out, he is the one who is responsible for Macross finally being opened worldwide. Long story short, Harmony Gold, who owns the rights to Robotech, you know, they've been really stubborn. They only want people to care about stupid Robotech. And just in case you're not a Macross fan, Macross is a one-way street. Of course, I'll always have fond memories of watching Robotech on TV, on the UHF channel. What was it? I think it was channel 15 in Phoenix, Arizona, right? And so that was when I was in elementary school. But once you see the original Robotech, you just don't, or the original Macross, you don't want to go back to seeing Robotech with the cheesy dialogue and the more or less the acting is alright, but it's just, some of it's pretty wooden, and the whole Minmay, people hate Minmay in America, or anybody who's watched the English dub of Robotech. But in Japan, yeah, Minmay's a very different, people have a lot of fondness for Macross, and what's interesting is like it's a lot more than Gundam fandom. You know, it's a much older crowd here in Japan. There's not many little kids that watch Macross, I don't think, unless it's through their parents or something. But yeah, the adult, like for example, my adult English students, some of them, when I bring up Macross, they're like, oh wow, yeah, because of the whole love triangle involved with the show and everything. It's just it's a lot different than Gundam, I guess. So anyhow, Harmony Gold, thanks to an ignorant jury, they were able to use court victory and claim that they had the rights to basically everything Macross outside of Japan, and they didn't. And that's the thing, is that yeah, they were fraudulently using the result of a court case to block Macross from being released outside of Japan. Now in the 90s we had Macross 2 and Macross Plus, and after that Harmony Gold was able to prevent any other Macross licenses. So frankly, Macross 7 is just, it's so ridiculous, it's stupid. The other shows though, what, Frontier came after that, and I've heard that was pretty nice. I haven't watched it myself though. But anyhow, what was I saying? So, yeah, because there was a recent court case going on in which Harmony Gold was trying to bully some other company. The exhibits of the court case were made available online, and this guy Adrian, he was able to follow along, and he caught Harmony Gold lying. Right, they were passing off designs from Macross the movie, the Do You Remember Love movie, and claiming that they had rights for that. And they also feigned ignorance and saying, oh, well, everything looks the same, how can you even tell? And that's ridiculous, because even the slightest fan who has watched both the movie and the TV show knows that there are cosmetic differences with, like, the Valkyries, for example. So anyhow, yeah, he helped to kind of help this other company in this court case, and as a result, that's kind of opened up Macross internationally. And so I guess now, I think, it's been almost a year ago already that what was it, Macross Plus was released in the theaters in America or something like that. So yeah, stuff is happening, and that's really cool. Anyhow, so yeah, we went out to dinner. We went to this pizza place in Gotanda, and it's just Chicago pizza. It's good, but I prefer New York pizza. 100%. If I had a choice, I would definitely go for New York, but Chicago's all right. I mean, it tastes good. It's just too thick, too much bread or whatever. But anyhow, so that was really, really fun, and I went to Tokyo and back in one day. I took the Shinkansen, the bullet train, and so then after that, the next weekend I did an English camp with some kids, and that was fun, but I got sick, and the two other people I work with, they also caught colds. Now they took the test and they tested positive for COVID, and it's recommended to me that I get tested just to be sure, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to get tested. It doesn't matter what I have. I'm going to get over it on my own. It's no big deal. I don't care. It's like, I don't care. It's just whatever, right? I'm not going to die from it. You know, I'm just going to get stronger by getting over this on my own. I'm not scared of anything. It's so stupid. So, but yeah, I guess the policy is like from like starting with day one when the fever begins, you have to wait 5 days before you can come back to work. And so I had like an entire week off after that. I had a high fever of first night was only like 37.2 or whatever when it first started, and then when I woke up in the morning, it was like a fever of was it like a I don't remember. It was like 39.6 or something high, which is I think in Fahrenheit let's say like 102, 103 or something, I don't know. But so I had a high fever for 2 days, and then like the third day, right, which was, yeah, it was more like the fourth day, but it was like the third full day that I had been staying home. I took a nap in the morning, and I woke up for lunch, and the fever was completely gone. So yeah, I felt a lot better. And then that was Thursday, and then on Friday it felt like just like a regular day off. You know, I had a little bit of congestion, but it got a lot of modeling done. I got my airbrush going for most of the day, and so that was really cool. So yeah, I had a kind of a 9 day vacation, I guess, even though I was sick during much of that time. So I was watching other videos coverage of the event, and like for example, Kino Kosaka, she covered the event, and she had like several different videos for the hobby show. And while I was watching her videos, I realized that I had completely missed the Good Smile booth. I imagine it must have been like right next to the Max Factory booth, but I didn't see it. Maybe I was just too busy, like distracted with talking with people and such, but I don't know. I have no idea. I stopped by the Hobby Japan booth to talk to my friend. He used to work at Aoshima, and I don't think I saw their models on display. The one I had done I did a couple of translations for instructions over the summer. I guess I could have asked to see if they had those on display or not, because those were upcoming. But anyhow, yeah, it was a really, really fun time, and I really enjoyed it. So plus I got to meet somebody who has watched my videos for a while, so that was really great. So yeah, I got lots of stuff to look at. Got a whole bunch of the pamphlets and everything, stuff that I didn't notice while I was there. So first of all, let me show you those pamphlets and such, and lots of cool stuff to show you that you did not see in my video. So let's do that next. All right, let's look at, stuff. So this is that 48 scale Lightning, and I could have sworn that they already had a 48 scale, but I guess it was 72nd, and I guess it was Meng that made a 48 scale, or Italeri. I don't know, I haven't really been paying attention, but it's just the detail inside the wheel wells, it's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Now this thing is like, I mean, the retail price was like, yeah, that's Ichiman yen here, right? Like 10,000 yen over. So that's gonna be like, what, I don't know, like $87 US. But there's gonna be a markup on top of that though, because you're importing it, and I don't know. So there's this ambulance thing. I can't imagine getting excited about that, but it is in 48 scale, so I mean, if you want to just put it next to your other stuff, that's great, I guess. So yeah, this is a pretty clever, like a retooling, not like a fully brand new model, but they retooled some of the parts for that. Yeah, that's all right. The Tamiya stuff here, I just, see, now this is what I don't care about, the kids stuff. Could not care less. This chipping liquid is interesting, but apparently it only works with acrylic paint, so you have to get it wet, and then once the paint is wet, then you can like use the chipping. So I think this stuff goes down first, and then you put the acrylic on there. I don't know. I saw a demonstration, but I'm not gonna buy it. I don't know. So let's move on here. So Mr. Hobby, I got one of these color charts here. These are always good to have. And yeah, so they have expanded a little bit. They got a lot more Lascius colors here for the figures and such. And that's great. This is weathering paint gouache. How do you pronounce that? It's French, right? Only French people know how to pronounce French. So I'm going to move on here. So this isn't totally what I was interested in looking at. But what is cool though, I thought this is really interesting, is, okay, so we got, this is the 2023 autumn and winter. These are like the brand new items. This is the velvet pearl color. That's kind of cool. So we got these markers and stuff, you know, okay, whatever. I mean, that's all right. Now, this is what I thought was really interesting. Oh, Tome Epoxy Juicy. This is a clear epoxy resin. Interesting. Is this new 2 parts? Is that what that says? I'm not familiar with that kanji. But yeah, clear resin. That's pretty wild. All right, now, so anyhow, look at this. Softbee colors. Wow. This really, I mean, they have the V color, and that's made by, what are they called? They also make those, it's called Softbee color, I think is that it's called. So this is a Nagashima, that's right. Yeah. And these disappeared for a while, and then they kind of came back. So yeah, Softbee. Apparently it's a lucrative market, and Krayos wants to get into it. Okay, so they have white, black, red, yellow, blue, silver, gold. Man, metallic black. So no green. I guess you can mix, you know, yellow and blue together, I guess. But yeah, this is for soft vinyl kits. Wow. Okay. Now these are colors I already have. I think I even have gold. I don't think I have metallic black. I don't think V color comes in metallic black, so that's kind of cool. But I just thought that was really interesting. And Nendai Hatsubayote, they're planning on releasing it this year. This really blew me away. That's pretty wild. I was not expecting to see Softbee color from Krayos. Now, this was very helpful to pick up. Turner Acrylic Gouache. Now, these are the acrylic Turner paints, and like these are pretty standard for elementary school students. Like Oh, this is Ankoku Black. This is the stuff that like absorbs the light. But here we go. So this is neutral gray 7. All right, so I have a few of these acrylic paints, right? And so they're for artist use, and it has a color chart in here. I thought that was pretty nice. And so it just has the different uses and such. Now this is interesting. Ayanami Blue. So this is an official Evangelion color. And it's, what, water blue and frosty blue? What, are these two different colors? Or just a combination of those two colors? Yeah, whatever. Anyhow, I just thought that was really interesting. Like, wow, there's an official paint for Ayanami Rei for her hair. There's no Asuka color for her hair, but, you know, okay. Well, so I was thinking, you know, it's kind of a waste, though, because, you know, these are just these acrylic tubes, right? You can't really airbrush with them. Well, actually, I learned that that's not the case. You can actually airbrush with these paints. So check this out. I picked this up. This is Hobby Japan. And I normally don't get Hobby Japan unless there's something really interesting, a really good article, and I got it because of this. This is all about acrylic paints. Okay, so let me go through here real quick. And so, water-based paints. It's just showing different stuff to look at here. It's got the Vallejo. Now, they're not all they're not all the same, right? They are different. So, Tamiya and Mr. Hobby are compatible with each other. You can mix them. You can use each other's thinners. Both of these can be sprayed with lacquer thinner. Alright? You can't do that with Vallejo, and I believe... Oh, what, I saw somebody's video. I've never used these before, but what do they use? I think they use like Windex or something like that. Isopropyl alcohol or water even. I think you can airbrush with that. Well, so here we go. It just shows a whole bunch of different things. It's got the accretion and the aqueous. So the accretion, it's different. It's formulated differently. These are not compatible. You have to use the accretion solvent for airbrushing or for thinning. They even have an accretion tool cleaner. Now, I'm not even sure if that's really necessary, but they're different. It's a different type of paint than this. I think these are like acrylic lacquers. I don't know what what the term is, but anyhow, yeah, that's it. So it's just how-to stuff. I don't know. Different Gundam colors that are now in acrylic. All right. Gotta do the laundry. So, yeah, these are those weathering paints I just talked about. So it looks like it has a solvent just for these paints here, and showing how to make these things really filthy and such. So now we're on to the Tamiya stuff here, and there's a Dugram kit. So it looks like they mixed field blue, clear blue, and flat white together to get this color here. That's cool. Alright, let me just keep going here, and I'll get to... Oh, there's a scope dog. That's really cool. So yeah, Vallejo. This is all Vallejo I think they used here. Yeah, with airbrush. So So, what do you use to thin Vallejo? I know they have a Vallejo thinner, and I think I have some. I think the AK Interactive, I think, is also the same type of stuff. I don't know. Well, oh, I thought this was really cute, how they painted the girl's dress. I thought that was pretty clever. And we got paintbrushes. Isn't that great? Citadel paints. I've never really used them a whole lot. So this is the Maria, the Plamax figure. They did this all with acrylics, and I think that's great. Now here we go. This is what I was trying to get to here. So you can paint it with a brush, but if you use the aqueous thinner, the Tamiya's acrylic thinner, or I assume that's acrylic thinner by Gaia Notes, I guess. It's really hard to see, but it does say it is acrylic thinner, so I didn't even know that they made acrylic thinner, because I don't think Gaia Notes even makes acrylic paints. They make lacquer and they make enamels, but so anyhow, they were just showing how you can thin it down. Right, they put it in a cup here, and then they're airbrushing this Evangelion monster thingy. So yeah, you can actually airbrush with. Now these are Turner acrylic gouache, and this is a Japanese company. I don't know. Let me know if you have these in your country, but it says made in Japan, so I'm guessing you probably don't get this. But here in Japan, this is just a typical like hobby type acrylic. I think at the home centers you can buy the Americana. I think that the brand is called. So yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna move on here. I've got a Gaia Notes color chart here. It's not really much of a color chart, but I mean, it has all the paints listed. This is pretty handy. I'm glad I picked this up. Yeah, this is their color chart here. So they do have Evangelion colors, but it's for the mecha, right? So they have all the colors listed here, but they also have them individually listed here. Alright, and here's those enamels. But, so, yeah, in case you're wondering, so they have Adeon, they have Galleon. I think this is new. Eldron? I don't know what that is, man. Not familiar with this. And so this is the Dunbine colors, right? That's great. Zabungle, Elgine, lots of Votoms, right? These are all Votoms. Dugram, lots of Dugram. Cyber Formula, right? So that's the racing car anime. What the cars are designed by Shoji Kawamori. That's pretty great. This is just stuff. Gotta take care of the laundry. I'll be right back. Okay. My wife has one of those little sticky hands that you fling it, right? She was smacking me with that. This is Mecha Toro We Go colors. I mean, what the hell? That's just weird they even actually have an official color for that. Frame Arms Girls colors, I've used that. Hexagear, don't know. These are just regular generic girl colors, I guess. Virtual On. Alright, this is all Virtual On stuff. And I'm really not that familiar. I've played the game on the Sega Saturn, and I think I got it on the Dreamcast, but Evangelion, purple color. But you see, this is all like for the mecha. They don't have it for like, you know, the hair colors and stuff, but you know, that's what the Turner paint is for. And this is just the standard stuff here. They have some really cool stuff, and I have shown like the clear white and the clear black are like really cool colors, because like if you want to make like to have like sheer stockings or something or other, you know, you use that. It's just really, really cool. I like that. Those are really cool colors. Well, I'm going to move on. This is just other stuff, but I love all the different colors of surfacers, right? Here's that blue surfacer. I used that for the Dumbine kit. That was pretty great. Now, Kyoto is into making plastic models now. You know, back in the like in the late 80s, early 90s or so at least, they were really big into the garage kit scene. But they've just been doing these pre-painted models. But they did do that really ginormous 2001 A Space Odyssey, the Discovery, and I don't know if they even finished that thing. I saw it on display, but that was like years ago. I don't know if they even sold that thing or not. This is that weird ass Tower of the Sun. I don't know where this is located in Japan. This is an actual structure. It's just weird, man. And here's that Evangelion thing that we saw with the in the magazine just a bit ago. Whatever. So they're just doing these static pose kits, which is cool, right? I mean, if you want the movable ones, then that's what Bandai or whatever they're making those. Dude, that is so sick looking. That is gross. Evangelion is just weird, man. Whatever. I do like Gynax though, right? I like Gynax characters and such, and that's, you know, Gunbuster. Now these are like really small, but they come with eye decals, so that's pretty great. That is really great. Here you can see like on the bare plastic, they got the eye decals on them. That's cool. All right, and oh, this is the Aoshima, these girl kits, the Macross girls, whatever. They have number plates, license plates, Japanese. These are brand new license plates. They have like here's Narita, right? Here's Kochi, Kanazawa, Koga, is that what that is? Ishikawa. I can't read that one. This is Toyama. Yeah, I think so. Fukuyama, Nagaoka, Nagasaki. I don't know that one. Fukui. Is this Aichi? Kyoto. Don't know. Here's Fuji-san. This is Fuji City and such. Don't know that one. Takamatsu, Nara, and Yamagata. Yeah, you can do specialized license plates for your cars. That's pretty cool. Now, this is just fantastic. This is the big ass Hasegawa. Now here we got this big thing here. Oh. What's going on here? Oh, okay, there's two different things. Oh my, this is really tempting to get. This is just really, really cool. I want to hurry up and finish that old Imai Bandai kit though. The only thing though is like she looks too happy and cute. She doesn't look like intense, fierce kind of, you know, I'm gonna kill you kind of a face. But here's the Nissan Fairlady. We saw that in the video. So what else? What else can I show you here? Oh my gosh! Oh, there's lots to this here. This is pretty big. Check this out, man. now of course this is just the... No, this is everything actually. It's not just characters, but lots of stuff. Alright, this is too big. I gotta do this in sections here. Okay, so we got the Macross, we got Ace Combat, we got the Fair Lady again, we got the different cars here. I don't really know what's special here. This is the old Blue Impulse Saber. But they already have a model kit of this though. Oh yeah, it's just it's different. It's new decals. That's what that is. Old tooling, new decals. I do not care for this Doronjo. This is from Yatterman, and Yatterman is my daughter when she was like preschool. She loved Yatterman. Now she can't even remember it at all, but. I don't like how they made it look realistic. This figure doesn't look like the cartoon version of Doronjo. And she looks kind of realistic, and she doesn't even look attractive. It's kind of really weird, actually. I think it looks kind of creepy. So now this is that Starfighter, the 104 Starfighter. I've seen this. This is on display at the Hamamatsu JSDF Air Museum, and I've been there. I've seen that. I did a video of that many years ago, and I still live in Shizuoka Prefecture. Moving on. This is Fine Molds. This is that Nano series. This isn't really much of interest to me because I'm not really into ships. This is really great though. Alright, here we have the seat belts in different scales. Alright, so they have 72nd, 48th, and 32nd scales. Here's the Lapita kits. And this is new. So I saw this in Model Art magazine. I didn't even realize that this had been released. Chugatsu Hotspot. Oh, so this is coming out in actually this month in October. This is coming out in March 2024. Okay. And then lots of F-15s. And I have another Tomcat coming out. And so there we go. This is Crimson Pig, Kurenai Nabuta. Porco Rosso. Yeah, that's what it's called. And I don't think I like this movie anymore. I went to go see it, the Wind Rises, Kaze Tachinu. And okay, so I guess this last here, Plum shooting games. So they have Rayforce, they have R-Type Final 3. I still haven't bought R-Type Final 2 yet. And then Darius. This is different than the one I made. This is, I think, for like the first Darius game. So, Gun Griffin. Oh, wow. And Wolf Fang. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're coming out with those, I think. I don't think they've come out with them yet. This is Power Dolls 2. So, and then, I don't want to see that. That's dumb. But, yeah, that's all the flyers I got at the hobby show. Now, something else that's in this magazine is the upcoming Scope Dog by Bandai. Now, this is going to be rather affordable, right? List price is only 2,700 yen, right? 2,750 yen. So yeah, that's great. That price you saw in the video, perhaps the 1,700 yen, that's for like the weapons accessories parts. Those are sold separately, and it comes with like a standing figure of Kiriko. The pilot, this doesn't show it opened, but I know this does open. It should open, I believe. Right? I think. Anyhow, yeah, this looks really great, and check out like the ball joints, right? This is very articulated. I have no idea how that compares to like the Wave Scope Dogs, for example, except that this is like less than half the price. yeah, this looks like it's pretty decent. Man, it's got the... In case you don't know, this is how they get in and out, because these are actually, you know, pretty small mecha. And they're kind of almost like powered suits, but they're just like really small. They're not really suits though. They're, you know, the pilot sits inside there. But yeah, they can climb in and out that way when they kind of folds in half like that. So it looks like you can accessorize probably with different backpacks and such. Yeah, so this is from Laser, I think. Where is it? Here we go. Here's the Regault battle pod, the heavy missile battle pod, and looks really great. This is just a straightforward build-up, apparently, right? So they're showing how they looks like they did some sort of chipping fluid or something other, or some sort of salt weathering technique. Snow powder. Huh. Okay. Yeah. They use some sort of a snow powder as masking. So, you know, first they did that with like the modeling, and then they put some snow powder down, and then airbrushed it, and then they flaked it off. That's pretty interesting. So it says the snow powder is used for diorama purposes. Okay. So, and this is the light missile carrier. Anyhow, I just wanted to show that. I don't know what else is interesting in here. This is the only model magazine that I picked up. Oh, yeah, this is a toy. Yeah, this is the high metal toy. Yeah, this is not a plastic model. Those 30-minute sisters, they look kind of cool. I don't know what the 30 minutes thing is about, but it's kind of interesting, I guess. Yeah. Revenge of the Creature. Wasn't this, it was on the, it was a MST3K episode, if I remember right. So, yeah, this is that one model company that makes a lot of this kind of stuff. This is a Japanese company, though. Godzilla 1.0. Okay. Yeah. Smiley lady is smiley. And then Kaiju. Oh my gosh. Go Lion. Motoroid. Now, if Motoroid does like Die Rigger, so this is the Lion Voltron. If they do the vehicle Voltron, the Die Rigger 15, I'm definitely gonna buy it. So I'm not gonna buy this, but I just like the vehicle one better. That's just me. So my friend from Mexico said that that is pretty much so for Mexicans because they didn't get the Lion Voltron in his country. So a lot of people in Central America, they prefer the vehicle Voltron series. So, and I've seen the Japanese Die Rigger. I have not seen Go Lion other than just like the first few episodes or so. So, there's the Kawasaki, the Hien Tony. Yeah, this is a Aoshima. I don't know what is different. I mean, this doesn't have the... I don't know if that's the model that I have or not. I did the one with the camouflage decals, which were actually pretty cool. But anyhow, what else we got here? There's a Focke-Wulf. This is just for reference, or no? This is a Tamiya. So coming up, this is gonna be fine molds. They're Falcon. I'm gonna wait until they do something really fancy and beautiful, and then I'll buy one. as it is, I'm not gonna bother getting the F15J or the DJ unless they have like something like really stellar. Hasegawa obviously continues to make the really cool stuff. This is the DJ with the digital camouflage. So I don't know if that's Aggressor Squadron. Yep, yeah, they keep making the aggressors. I'll wait for Refined Molds to do something like that, and then I'll buy one. Until then, I'm not gonna buy one. Well, that's weird. The hell is that? Buzz Lightyear. I was in Medicom. This is all the toys and stuff in the back. Sometimes they do like Kaiju Soft B kits and such, but you know, whatever. And they got the girl figures and stuff. There you go. Here's your. Oh hey, it's Reimu from Toho Project. That's pretty cool. Tits. No idea who that is, but she's got boobs. Girls have boobs. I swear. And then that's pretty much it for the magazine, and I guess I'm done. Supplies! Alright, first system supplies. I got a buttload of crap to show you. I'm happy about that. Alright, so this is something that I forgot to mention in the previous video. I think I got this back in August. Pretty sure. This is like super fine 0.2 millimeter masking tape. And it's just like a thread almost. This is by Hasegawa. Sugure Mono. Okay. Alright, whatever. And yeah, masking tape, 0.2 millimeters. That is like super fine. Look at that. I mean, that is just like super tiny. Super duper tiny. Alright, moving on. This is by Hobby Base. These are not ball joints. Well, ball shape joint, but they're not ball joints. So these are like these two parts that kind of like fit together. Like they fit like this, and they kind of click together, right? So you got like this cap that fits onto here, and this will fit into there. And it's just like a clippy, you know, that it'll pivot, right, with the stick part. But it's kind of like a. It looks like Revoltech. If you have any of those, and I have a bunch of those. I got Macross, I got Transformers. I think I got an Alien Revoltech. So yeah, that's what this is here. I couldn't resist. I found this. Gosh, where did I find this? I got this at my local hobby shop, Kijima. And this is Mr. UV Clear Putty. It says UV Clear Putty has high transparency and viscosity with strong adhesive strength suitable for model making. Can be colored with aqueous hobby colors. So if you use hobby aqueous acrylic paints, you can tint, assuming you don't put too much in. So yeah, you can cure it with a UV LED or with sunlight. It'll take longer. But that's what this is, and I thought that was kind of interesting. Bought it on a whim, and maybe in next video I will show a demonstration. I mean, this is a smudge brush. I got this just at the 100 yen shop, the cosmetics section. I figured this would be good for weathering. This is Mr. Brush. It's a Mr. Hobby brush. I just got this on a whim too. You know, whatever. I'll go ahead and pull this out. And looks like a pretty decent brush. Ooh, that feels nice. It's got a nice grip on it, right? So, yeah, that's nice. Thank you, Mr. Krios, or GSI Krios. That's a good brush. I like that. It's a carving knife series. Now this is by Mineshima, and this got a little spatula. Let's take this out, guys. See what we got here. Spatula City. Gosh, I love that movie. UHF is awesome, man. Wow, so yeah, it's actually, ooh, you can cut with this. I mean, it's not like it's gonna like open my finger up or anything, but I mean, I could if I did it strongly enough. But yeah, it's slightly sharp actually, so this is good for cutting up putty and stuff. It looks like they're both identical on either side. Yeah, that's pretty great. Also by Mineshima, I got these little, what do they call these, hobby brushes. Really thin, disposable hobby brushes. And let's go ahead and compare this to those other hobby brushes I got by Wave. And you know what? They're about the same. They're about the same, really. Not too different. I got this on a whim. Yodobashi. Hobby Japan. Here's some decals. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they come in different styles. And these will come in handy. These are, I paid way too much for this. Hobby Japan is like, I don't know, they got like these little greeblies, or like a little vernier, like a little add-on parts and such, very similar to the Kotobukiya MSG, but it's like way expensive actually. It's kind of crazy how much they want for those. Alright, so I got a whole bunch of these guys here. So hold on here. Alright, so BJ. What does BJ stand for? Ball joint, of course. Shut up. So these are BJ 05, 04. These are millimeters apparently. And I got ball joint 3, 4, and 5. These are like really cheap actually, so I figured, hey, why not? Now the nice thing about it is, like, you know, the ball joint will stick in here, and it has like that nice square. So you're when you're putting that inside something, you know, you can glue it, adhere it to the inside of a part, maybe secure it with putty if necessary. But you got this ball joint that'll just pop into there and move around. I think that's pretty great. So this is the same thing, just in different sizes. Now this is ball joint 03, but this is Prasapo, like plastic support. And I'm not entirely sure. It's similar to what you just saw. It looks like you can put this guy, plug it into here. You also have like this end cap. And it looks pretty nice. Alright. Polycap. This is PC03 Polycap. And I got 03 and 04. So yeah, these are the soft polycaps. So neat stuff. One more thing is this Turner acrylic gouache. This is that Ayanami blue I showed earlier. Right? So I ended up getting this. This is the official Evangelion color for Rei's blue hair. See, there she is. Silhouette. Yeah, Ayanami blue. So there you go. Alright. Neat stuff, I guess, huh? So next I can show stuff that's on the bench. So let me get started with that. Okay, so I am busy with so many things all at once. This is coming along just swell. This is the Armored Valkyrie, right? So this is gonna go like so, I imagine. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but yeah, so that's how it goes. Decaling is done. I just need to do some clear coats and some assembly. Alright, so here is the wings, right? These will fold down. And this is gonna go like so on the back. So yeah, this is really, really nice. I'm happy about that. Alright, so Tomcat time. Decaling is coming along fine, more or less. Actually, no, that's not true. Anyhow, the decals themselves are fine. I started laying down these decals, and I like realized that I hadn't painted this silver on the edge here, so I had to like I masked it here, and I just put like paper underneath the mask and laid it down. That way I was able to paint both edges. It was just only one wing that I started the decaling on, and I caught my mistake. The problem I had, though, unfortunately, was I put down those really awesome decals for the vertical stabilizers, and it was turning out fantastic, really beautiful. And then I realized, oh wait, I got them mixed up. So here's the problem: is that even though these are, I don't know why, but you can see there's like a bulge here and a bulge here. They're almost like identical. They're not symmetrical, they're identical. Why is that? Why would it be like that? I mean, shouldn't that be like on the inside, but it's not? I just thought that was kind of weird. And there's this little light on the back here, and that is supposed to go like this, right? And that the emblem, the squadron emblem, is supposed to go on the outside here. I accidentally put it on the inside because I thought it was going to be like this. I made a big ass mistake. I wasn't paying attention to details. Today I went to the post office and sent 1,500 yen to Doyusha so I can get a replacement decal sheet. The decals themselves are just great. I don't know if Doyusha made... No, it says printed in Korea, so this must be the... yeah, made in Korea. So Academy made these decals, and they just, you know, included it. It's printed in Japanese, though, you can see here. So, there you go, right? Weird, huh? Anyhow, yeah, decals are going along just fine. It's just that one mistake. Bad mistake. Decals, as far as the Macross Valkyrie goes, there's a bit of a snag. So, here is the original decals. And I wanted to do Kakizaki, right? He has the green stripes. I ordered replacements, and I got these instead. This goes to the VF1A/J/S kit, and I already have that kit, and this is the identical one. I need to maybe do some masks and paint my own stripes. I can't really find the exact equivalent of this green here that you'll see on this decals here. So it's kind of like a dark forest green, and I don't see anything like that from Mr. Color. So what I might just do is just do like a dark green and just add maybe a little bit of blue to it and see if that does anything. Maybe a bit of black, I'm not sure. The good thing though is, even though it doesn't have Max or Kakizaki, it actually has their names. So I think yeah, Pilot M Genus and then Pilot H Kakizaki. It actually has their names on here and the proper numbers, right? So Kakizaki is number 12, and then Max is number 13. And this even actually has the decals for the Hikaru's VF1J from the TV show. Well, anyhow, I'm going to use these decals as much as I can. And yeah, so that is kind of wild. So the reason why is that these are just, they've been baked. I put them in the sun to bleach them because they were yellowed, and it kind of ruined it the second time I bleached the decals. So obviously requesting replacements is not going to get me anywhere, and that's it. So I'll just have to mask those decals instead. And what else am I in the midst of doing? I am building this Zentradi. Actually, they're gathering a bit of dust already. Haven't touched these in a while. This is Votom's here. Yeah, I'm doing this these Zentradi fleet here. All right, here's the Votons here. All right, so it's mostly in place. I got the decals pretty much mostly done. They haven't given me too much problems. The problem is though, is that these little flaps here, these will flap open because they're on hinges, and then you can add those pontoons to the side. I have no idea where they are. So here, see, these things flap open, and then you put those pontoons on there. I don't have this part D2. I don't have them. I specifically remember attaching them to a toothpick in order to paint them. I can't find them. I just cannot find them anywhere. Fortunately, it does have the standard the scope dog parts for the sides, so I might just use those parts instead and just forget about those pontoons because I don't have those parts at all. So yeah, that is holding up that project. I have not done any progress on the Kwajalein roll. However, I have started on this. I'm not going to do a video on this. This is the Scout Pod by Arii. I've already got a bunch of this done here. And yeah, I'll just show pictures of this when I'm done. But I'm doing the same modifications, and I got some other ideas. And I guess I'll share those when I finish with this. But yeah, this is another 1/100 scale Glaug, or sorry, Regault pod. It's the Scout pod. Now, what is else? Oh yeah, so I started this, and I posted a picture of this. This is the 1/100 scale Armored Valkyrie. So it's pretty much identical to the one I'm building, right? The same, although actually it's got like that roundels different. These decals are kaput. I don't have any confidence that these are going to turn out any good because they look already kind of cracked as it is. So I do have some aftermarket parts, but as you can see here, I've done like the ball joints for the waist, and with those other ball joints that I just showed you from Wave, I am going to do the arms on ball joints. So since I have this paint here mixed up that I use this for the Armored Valkyrie, I'll just figure, you know, I'll use it up with this guy instead. I started working on this guy here. This is another RDE. This is the Super Valkyrie. It's funny because, see here, it's got the engine nozzles on the front instead of on the back. There should be like some sort of like an intake here instead, but a lot of the box art from the 80s, they made that mistake. Now, this is kind of, the thing about these RDE Valkyries is that the canopies are way too thick. It's kind of hard to take these kits seriously, although there's a guy in Germany, I forget his name. I look at his stuff on Flickr. He does a really fantastic job with these kits. But so I've already done the cockpit here, as you can see. And so here are, you know, like, this is like the really super thick canopy. So, you know, whatever. But yeah, these decals are no good. These are pretty much baked. They're very yellowed. I don't have any confidence in getting these to work. Instead, what I'm going to do is build it up as Jetfire from the Transformers, because I have those Autobot decals instead. What else? What else? I have not weathered the Millennium Falcon yet. Still have to do that. I'm going to do a bunch of artist oils and such with that, and I just haven't been in the mood for that. I think that is mostly it. Oh yeah, so this here is Asuka from Evangelion. Again, I'm not a fan of Evangelion, but I like the characters. So this is a resin kit I got from E2046, and I am doing a build of that. And I think that's pretty much it. And next I'm going to show you the recent acquisitions. Let's look at those.
I feel plastic. Hey, hey, hey.
So, Dirty Pair K. This is 12th scale resin kit by Hasegawa. Now this is the TV show version costume. I like the OVA costume better, but you know, I'm not too picky. This is cool. This is really fantastic. They've got the Dirty Pair license and they're using it, making good use of it, right? This is cool. This is cool. Eyes without a face. So looking to the left, to the right, and straight on. You get a choice, and you get 3 chances. Or you can make her cross-eyed if you want. Be a jerk about it. I mean, whatever. Okay. Now let's take a look at the parts. Alright. And again, look at that. The hearts. Bubble wrap. That's so cool. Alright. Alright, so as can't be expected, the hair is separate from the head, and that's great. That is great. Alright. So, well, not entirely. I mean, you got the back of her hair, right? But the top is separate. Okay. So you're gonna have to mask off some of the face, but it'd be easier than otherwise. Got the gun holster here. Here's the back of her head tie here. Alright, 'cause she wears this headband here. Alright. Here she has her hand holding a gun. That's probably gonna have to be hand painted in this case, I imagine. I don't know. It might be kind of difficult to mask off around her head and ooh, her hand. Yeah, I can feel you're gonna have to remove the mold release agent. Alright, so we got both of her hands here. This is kind of an odd way to go about it. I don't know why they do that. Whatever. Okay. Now let's look at her legs. Oh, well, okay, this came out first here. Okay, so yeah, she's sculpted as yeah, you can see like a bit of a lifting effect on her bust here. It's kind of, you can see it's kind of pushing him up a little bit. Okay, her collar is turned up. I'm gonna have to take care of this stuff here. This is where they had the injection here. I got to nip those off and sand them down. Alright, so here are her shorts. Right, so it's kind of like a cut like this, right? So this is going to be flesh in the middle, and here's her belt. And then her gun holster goes here. And her legs. Okay, and what's going on here? Oh, you know, maybe that's where the gun holster goes. Oh, yep, look at that. Yep, mwaha. Mwaha, see? This is gonna fit like so. Cool. That's fantastic. So we got the instructions here. D. Yeah, that's part D. Okay, so her hair is going to be number 114. What color would that be? It's red. with just a little bit of 112, which is character flesh. Oh, weird. Alright. For her hair. And then... So it's going to be white with a bit of... What's 20% of 30... Or, sorry, 30% of 20. It's light blue. Okay, so there's a very, very slightly light blue for her headband. And then her clothing is going to be slightly light blue, but yeah, and then you're going to go over it with a pearlescent. So yeah, that's neat stuff. Well, the new Heavy Missile Regolt Centrati Battle Pod kit is here in my hands. So I have the light missile, the heavy missile, the regular, and the scout pod is actually coming to me as well. But so here we go. All right, this is seen in a few scenes. Now check out the proportions. Right, the only official released one is the RDE. This is the 1/100 scale, and these pods just sit a little bit too high. That's kind of not cool looking, right? But this looks nice and proportional. Isn't it nice? All right, now you can see right on top the sprues of the new stuff here, right? Oh, plus the lip too. But this is going to be the only real difference is the stuff here. Otherwise, it's the identical kit. Yeah, there we go. So now this is going to be the top, or the missile pods themselves right here. Right, that's what these parts are here. And then I think this is going to be the connecting mount. And once again, we got lovely water slide decals. And yeah, so the RE kit had these arrow things here. Wow, you could really go to town with all of this, can't you? Look at that. Look at that. Fantastic, man. And once again, well, this is the Britais, and then that's not Kamjin's. Is it? Let's take a look here. Okay. What do we got here? Oh, this is Kamjin's right there. Yeah, those marks. I don't know what these marks are here though. I don't know what that's about. Well, yeah, here we go. Pretty swanky, neat crap. This, I guess this is like that sensor targeting little window there that probably goes on that central mounting bracket or whatever. Where is it? Yeah, that's it right there. It fits right on top of that. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that part right there. Swanky, guys. Neat. In September, I got a model kit. Macross, of course. I'm really into Macross these days. I can't stop thinking about Macross kits. And yeah, it's I got that F15 DJ I was working on. I'm kind of thinking about getting back into that. Got that Klingon Katinga. I've been, bouncing my ideas around that, getting started with that again. And a whole bunch of stuff, right? But right now I just want to build Macross kits for the most part. So I got this. I had never got this before. This is the VT1, the trainer from the movie, the Super Ostrich. And you can see here's Minmay and Hikaru, right? But it does not have those figures. Apparently there is 3D printed files that you can, and they're actually made specifically to fit in this model kit. of Hikaru and Minmei. So, yeah, my friend's gonna hook me up with that. That's really cool. So anyhow, this is a regular Valkyrie, almost, except it's not. It's a little bit more rounded, I think, right there, and the wingtips are different. So let's open this up. You can build this up as the regular trainer or the regular, right? So it's got like a different cockpit shape because this is a two-seater, right? It's just shaped differently. Doesn't have like a standard head. It just has like a sensor or something or other. But yeah, so this is the standard. So the main body color is going to be what? Orange plus, what's number 4? I think it's yellow. Yeah, orange plus yellow, right? So it's going to be orange 70%, yellow 30%, and then this is like a radome color. I think 318 is radome. Let's look over here. 318 is radome, yes. Radome with white. You're just going to be lightening it up a bit, so it's not quite such a heavy radome color. So you can build it up as the regular one or the super, right? So it's got the fast pack and everything, and this looks like it's going to be the cool way to go. And I do believe, I think my friend told me that the legs can kick down, I think, and you can do this in a girl walk mode, maybe not. I'm not sure actually, but yeah, maybe not. Decal sheet looks nice. I got this used. I bought it off of Yahoo Shopping Japan. So yeah, I'm not gonna open this up, but I showed you, like, you know, the cockpit shaped differently and the wings are different as well. So that is this, and I got that in September. Now in October, I went ahead and got the 4th Zentradi ship. This is Kamjin, and he's named Chiron in the Robotech show. But yeah, this is Kamjin's flagship. And if I remember right in the show, this front part can detach, I think. And so yeah, this is also in the 20,000th scale to match the other ones, even though I don't think they got the proportions quite right on those other kits. And I am going to go ahead and open this. Still sealed. These decals look mostly okay. They're slightly yellowed, I guess, but they're not too bad, really. Now, each of these kits have this Macross SDF-1 and a really ancient thing of cementine. It's all crusty. The glue. Get out of here. Wow. So this is kind of small. You got like this tortoise shell kind of a thing on the back, and it looks like this is the bottom, I think. I'm gonna have to clean that up, maybe do a little bit of sanding there. It's kind of rough. But here are the back engines, got like those spines, and these things are like those blisters on the side. Yeah, that's the engines there. Well, let's take a look here. Gosh, I love these old advertisements, right? They always show like the subjects. They look really so much cooler than when you actually build up the model itself. Oh, here we go. Yep, it can actually yeah, detach, and it says don't glue it. Don't glue it, asshole. So that is really cool. It's got like that greebly thing on in the back there. And yeah, so you're gonna see a buildup of these. I was thinking about putting it on my Odysee channel. I just want to do more stuff for Odysee, because YouTube is, just pisses me off. It really does. Oh yeah, are these separate parts here? Let's take a look. Because on the other ones they were, actually, but perhaps not. Oh, maybe that's what these are. Those little teeth. I guess those are those yellow blisters, I guess. Huh. Let me see the instructions here. What, 27 and 28? Oh, okay, that's what these are. That's what these are. Never mind. Yeah, I guess it does have those. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Yep, so that is Kamjin's flagship. Okay, so how about some other stuff?
Candy, 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 I can't let you go.
Oh my gosh, it's Halloween. Here's some spooky cotton candy. Look at that. Ghost. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And here's some scary Pocky Sticks. They're just chocolate Pocky Sticks, but it's got cute little ghost monsters and stuff. Let's take a look inside here. Let's open this. Look at those bats. Isn't that scary? That's so cool. Good little jack-o'-lanterns. That's cute. It says lovely Halloween. It's not scary. It's lovely. Same. Same. Oh, cute ghosts. That's great. That's great. Oh my crap. Star Wars F-Toys is back. Isn't that nice? Holy crap. Unfortunately, I'm, giving money to friggin' Disney now. The mouse-eared kingdom of darkness and depravity. Alright, comes with a piece of gum. That's how you can call this a candy toy. Tiny little piece of gum that goes stale in your mouth after a few minutes. Oh my god, I hope I got the Millennium Falcon. And hey, oh well, you know what? Darth Vader's TIE Advanced. It's okay, because I don't have that one yet. I don't have that one yet. Here's the instructions. If you're a wussy. It's not like it's going to be that hard to put this together, I think. Yeah, I do not have this. I have, like... Crap, I have... Somewhere I have the TIE Bomber, and I don't know where it is anymore. I'm ashamed. I have a TIE Bomber, I'm pretty darn sure. No idea what happened to it. I mean, this is like... I still lived in America at that time, so... Who knows where it is now. Oh my, they really like doing the tape, don't they? Oh my. And I have an X-Wing. I have like... I think I have Biggs and Wedge. I don't have Luke's X5. I've got... Or Red 5. I've got Red 2 and Red 3, I believe. They're on my bookshelf. They're not in my hobby room here, so I'm too lazy to go look. Alright. Now, I think it would have been nicer if this was like the dark bluish gray, but yeah. Oh, okay, so there's like a circle joint and there's like a D-shaped joint. That's how you know which way is which. Well, this is cool. Add this to my collection. There we go. Oh! That's right. A little lid pops up, doesn't it? Is there Darth Vader inside? No. Just a lonely little seat. Oh well. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. You can pose this as you'd like. Shoot, look at that. That's weak. Dude, that is totally weak. What the hell, man? So that D-shaped one, that's not going to budge just by its nature. But this, on the other hand, this is freaking weak, man. Oh my. What am I going to do about that? What am I going to do? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to freaking glue it, man. Simondine's modeling glue. This is, it's pretty safe on plastic. It doesn't melt the plastic like regular glue does. I use this for canopies. And you know what? What the hell? I'm going to glue the other one too, just because it's slightly weak as well. So I think these are nothing new. They're just reissuing old F-Toys kits. And I haven't seen Star Wars F-Toys in like at least, I'm guessing, about 7, maybe 8 years. I don't know. Oh my. There we go. Alright, I'm just going to leave this here, let the glue dry. Then I'll put it back on the stand later. So for the month of September in the Can-Do 100 yen shops, I was tipped off that there's a whole bunch of Pac-Man crap there, and I went and I bought a whole bunch of crap, and I'm super happy and pleased about it. So each of these are 100 yen, alright? So it's not like it really made me go broke or anything. So first thing up here is an acrylic key chain. Hasegawa, the Japanese style English is key holder. That's what this is. We got some masking tape. This is the thicker masking tape, and you can see here it says Pac-Man. You got the ghosts. I don't know if there's Pac-Man, and probably that goes through just like what you see on the stuff there, right? The packaging. So this is 20 millimeters by 4 meters, so 20 millimeters thick. This one's 15 millimeters thick. It has a different pattern. Alright, this is dark, this is light. So, isn't that neat? Of course it is. Die cut seal, or stickers. Alright, so this is a set of 3 stickers. Alright, so you got this, it says ready, and one up, and a ghost monster. These are little bags, little zip bags, 2 different designs. So here's one with the ghosts, and then this one is a close-up view. So I would like to look at these. As I thought, yeah. Okay, it's clear on one side and opaque on another. And I'm a bit curious. How does this open, actually? You have to rip it open or something or other? I think so. Yeah, it looks like you have to rip it this way and then you can open it up. Put crap in there. Put weed in it. I'm teasing you, don't do that. Not that I would know. I've never even smoked tobacco, let alone done drugs. Right? My mom, she was a tobacco smoker when I was a kid. And, oh my. Yeah, the most vocal anti-tobacco people are the former smokers I've seen. She was really anti-smoking after she quit. This is a sticky note. Isn't that beautiful? check this out. I'm just going to write all sorts of reminders of myself. Just say, Pac-Man is neat, and then stick this all over my home and all over the walls, just to remind myself how cool Pac-Man... Oh no, forget it. It's not sticky. This isn't sticky. Well, this would be perfect then for like shopping lists and stuff, right? I got some to send to friends. And lastly, clear sticker. So I'm just going to put this all over my stuff. And I'm happy about that. So yeah, neat crap. Pac-Man crap. I'm happy. So it is now Halloween night, and I watched Plan 9 from Outer Space. I was in the mood for watching some UFO created zombies. And if you've never seen that movie, oh man, the level of the ineptitude behind that movie is just it's a masterpiece in ineptitude. It is so funny. Every time I watch that movie, it's like I notice more that is just crap. Like the scenes inside the airplane, the flight yolks. It's like a commercial airliner, and the flight yolks are like these semicircles. They're like just wood, and they're like attached to sticks, right? So the pilots just kind of like just barely kind of wiggle them around and such. I never noticed that before, and I saw that tonight, and I was just so funny. That movie is just it's great. And there was a Tim Burton movie called The Ed Wood Story, which starred Johnny Depp, as always, because Johnny Depp is always in Tim Burton movies, I guess. And Bill Murray was in there as well, and they recreated sets for the Plan 9 from Outer Space, and they did such a fantastic job recreating that. It's just it's really, really great movie. And of course, I have like multiple versions of that. I have the one I have is it has like the remastered black and white plus a colorized version, and it contains audio commentary by Mike from Mystery Science Theater 3000. There also was a Riff Tracks version as well that I bought. I think I have two. I have like Night of the Living Dead. I have got like maybe like at least two of those on DVD. Pretty sure. Yeah. So anyhow, I watched that tonight. I made nachos, and yeah, it's a fun night so far tonight. And I'm sitting here in my hobby room making this video. Hopefully I'll have it done by the end of the night. I can have this uploaded before Halloween is over. I don't know, we shall see. And oh, I'm getting a flashing light on the camera. I need to change the battery. So there was a bit of a crackdown, I guess, in Tokyo with the whole Halloween scene. In Shibuya, there has always been a lot of Halloween shenanigans going on. And okay, so the first time I lived in Japan, this is like in 2000, I learned that there was what they call the Halloween train, right, on the Osaka Loop line. And people would just go there and hang out. They would maybe dress up in costumes and just hang out and have a fun time on the train and socialize. Well, then in the Kanto area, which is there's Kansai, which is the west, and Kanto, which is the east. In Tokyo, they did the Halloween party train as well. Now, I never attended the one in Osaka because I'm a recluse and I'm an introvert and I don't like social type of settings with people I don't know. So I never attended that. I never joined the train thing. But in more recent years, I'm talking like 18 years or within that time period or so, in that frame, the Yamanote loop line in Tokyo, the Halloween train got out of hand because these foreigners were acting like chimpanzees. Like the shelves, the overhead shelves where you would put your baggage and such, people were laying on there, just like spilling beer and just being a total nuisance to the other commuters. The Japanese people tend to be rather non-assertive, and they are very amiable, and so people tend to take advantage of that. And I'll talk about that a bit later. But in more recent years, a lot of the crap was committed by Japanese people, and I'm talking about in Shibuya. So the party train, JR had to say no to that, and because it was just causing too much problems. People who just wanted to go home at night, they were just being harassed, and just, yeah, it was just not a good deal at all for them. So Shibuya was the big place to celebrate Halloween, but things got out of hand. I remember, gosh, it was before the whole COVID crap, but there was like a police squad car that was overturned, and that was by Japanese people. It wasn't from any American or other foreigners. Those were, yeah, that was Japanese people doing that stuff. So it was getting really out of hand, and it's hard to believe, but it's been a year already since that bizarre incident in Seoul, Korea, where people were celebrating Halloween in the streets, and there was this narrow alleyway that was like sloped, and for some reason people were packed into that alleyway, and it just, like, people fell on each other, and some people got crushed to death even. It's just bizarre. I can't imagine how that's even possible, but I wasn't there, obviously. Never been to Korea. But yeah, that was just weird. And so because of that, last year, I guess that was the police's excuse to crack down on Halloween. So they have, like, sections of the streets are blocked off, and you have to walk a certain way. And I saw this on the news, right? And they even had signs that saying you're not allowed to celebrate Halloween or whatever. Really, really bizarre. And I mean, maybe it's changed in America, but it's mostly just a thing for kids to have fun in America and go trick-or-treating. But it kind of has not an entirely negative connotation, but it's just, it's kind of weird. Now, like, what, in the year 2000, when I first visited Japan, when I first moved to Japan, I should say, people didn't really know much about Halloween in Japan, but I think it was because of Disneyland that the popularity of the holiday became popular in Japan, right? So it just kind of gradually increased from there. So anyhow, little kids like it. You know, we do stuff for schools and such. I talk about it with adult language classes as well. People are interested in learning about Halloween, and I've done a lot of research, and I didn't know, but it goes back like over 2,000 years. And I didn't know it went back that far, but I'm talking like the ancient Celts, you know, before the Romans showed up. And they believed that, because that was like, November 1st was the beginning of the calendar year. And so they believed that the barrier between our realm and the spirit realm was the thinnest. And that's why people were using witches to consult with the dead because they felt that they could communicate with dead spirits, and also like evil spirits would come their way through into our realm, and also like the people's dead ancestors would be able to visit their home, and that's what the jack-o'-lantern is for, is to guide the spirits to your home. But it has that scary face to ward away the evil spirits and such. People would dress up and to try to scare away evil spirits or whatever. It's kind of interesting. So it was called Samhain back then. I think I didn't know that's where the word came from. But anyhow, yeah, just interesting stuff. Interesting history behind that. And then of course when the Catholic Church got involved and things got changed around, but because that's what they always did. They always adopted different, just like with Christmas, for example, and put a twist on it. So, yeah, as I mentioned before about people who are annoying other people in Japan, foreigners, you may have heard about this already, but this was kind of big news, and it's been going on for a long time. But in September, there was a guy named Johnny Somali, and he was he was an American. He was from Arizona, all right, giving Arizona a bad name. People who annoy you. If you catch the South Park reference. Oh, by the way, the South Park, I recently saw the Japanese toilet episode. Funny as hell. The Japanese toilets aren't quite that fantastic, but yeah, the toilets are way better here. The one I have, it doesn't no longer shoots the water. I was the only one using that because my wife and daughter, they don't like that. I thought it was weird for the longest time until I tried it, and it's actually kind of nice. So anyhow, what was I saying? Yeah, so this guy, he was this American guy, and he would come to Japan, and I don't know where he gets the money to do this, but I guess he was on some live streaming site called Kick. Never heard of it before. And he was going around Japan and just antagonizing people. And all he would do was just like shout like Fukushima at people, and threaten to drop atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki all over again, and just being a complete asshole. And then when people would tell him to knock it off and quit being an ass, then he would play the race card and say, "Oh, it's because I'm black, aren't I? Is that why you're intolerant towards me?" No, you're an asshole, right? It's like, it reminds me of, I think it was George Carlin. He was talking about Al Sharpton. He's like, "We don't hate you because you're black. We hate you because you're an asshole." And very, very true, very true. So this guy was just this insufferable prick. And some people would lose their patience with him and punch him out. Well, apparently in late August, he was arrested for trespassing, and he walked onto some construction site, and I guess the police had been following him for a while up until that point, and that was their excuse. Now, they make it seem like he got arrested when he was trespassing, but you can tell if you've seen the videos, it was during the day when he trespassed, and then when you see him getting arrested, it was at night. So there was some time in between there where he something happened, right? So, golly, that guy, I wouldn't complain if they gave him the death penalty, because he's such an asshole. So that was big news in September, and he was arrested. I don't know I guess he's still in Japanese jail. I hope so, because he's just a prick. Actually, they should just deport him don't want Japanese taxpayers paying for that guy. Just get rid of him. Just make sure he never comes back to Japan. Right? So, yeah, golly. So that was making the news right before the hobby show. And then when I met up with the guy Jay, we were talking about that as well. So the cool thing about what happened when I went out to dinner with those guys is that all three of us are big shoegaze fans. Those guys are a couple of years older than I am, so they had gone to see Slowdive in concert and a whole bunch of bands. It was really cool because, you know, we were all three of us were Macross fans, but we were also like on the same level with music, and we could just talk about bands, and we all knew the bands that we were talking about. It was really, really great. Yeah, really, really cool stuff. So, which is great because, like, when I grew up in, like, Glendale, Arizona, I didn't know anybody else who was into, like, really cool music. Everybody was, like, into grunge and crap, and I couldn't stand it. So, what else? What else can I talk about? Something worth noting in recent developments of world happenings is that it's like one of those "see, I told you so" moments, right? When I started, when this whole Ukraine thing happened, I put out that video and I said that, you know, these Ukrainians are a bunch of Nazis, and I was accused of Russian propaganda and blah blah blah. And then Zelensky with his "Give Me My Money" tour, you know, gotta fund the money laundering operations. You know, gotta make sure that the big guy gets his 10% and all that. Making sure that the Biden crime family gets their money. That he goes to Canada. Zelensky goes to Canada, and so they had some Ukrainian soldier who had fought. He had valiantly fought the Nazis. Or I'm sorry, no. What am I saying? He had valiantly fought the Soviets, the Russians, during World War II. They gave him a standing ovation. And it's like, well, if you were fighting against the Soviets, then you were a Nazi. And that's exactly what he was. And he wasn't just a Nazi, he was SS Waffen, right? So they had the Canadian Parliament gave this standing ovation to a literal Nazi with Justin Trudeau. Oh, stunning and brave. Stunning and brave. Alright? And that actually happened. And of course, unfortunately, it completely embarrassed Canada, but it also embarrassed Trudeau, which is great news for me. I can't stand that guy. He's a turd ball. Turd pole. Justin Turd pole. And yeah, so then the cat's out of the bag, and guess what? These people are cheering for Nazis. That happened. So, of course, this was a big embarrassment, and so I forget his name, but he was the leader of the parliament. He took the blame, and so he stepped down. And yeah, now people are realizing that all of this money, you know, that they keep. I swear, liberals just leftists. I don't want to call them, because they're not even liberals. They're just like these moonbats. They support this stupid, ridiculous war, and they just keep, like, the U.S. Congress just keeps sending like $100 godzillion to the Ukraine. To all this money is being sent to Nazis, which is then funneled back into the pockets of U.S. politicians. And then it's just a never-ending cycle, and the whole thing is a joke. And now people are realizing, oh my gosh, wait a minute, these are actual Nazis that we've been supporting, right? Interesting. So at the same time, with all that money being sent to Ukraine, money that the government doesn't actually have, they're just inventing money to send to this stupid country that has been waging genocide on its own citizens for 9 years already. Then they complain about why, oh my gosh, everything's so expensive now. Well, it's because you're just totally devaluing your currency. All of this money keeps going over there, and it's not going towards your own country. And where's it going? And it's just money that don't even have. And so your currency becomes more and more increasingly useless. Duh. I mean, that's just one of the factors. The other factor, of course, is shutting down like oil production in the United States and such. But yeah, it's just the answer is so obvious. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's like, so they in America they got rid of this Kevin McCarthy as the Speaker of the House because he would not stop funding the stupid Ukraine war, and so they got rid of him. And then soon after that, they started up this crap in Israel, you know, because you gotta keep the military-industrial complex going. So what better way than to cook up an excuse to commit genocide? And they just needed an excuse apparently. So yeah, so like Senator Ron Paul had proven that the Hamas was created by Mossad as like a counterbalance to the PLO. So it's just the way that the CIA had funded the Mujahideen, right? Like Hillary Clinton had bragged about that, and they used Bin Laden and his people as a fighting a proxy war with the Soviet Union and Afghanistan and such. That's just bad news. So yeah, you can use these people as hornets and have them sting people and say, oh my gosh, we need to do something about these hornets. And from what I'm not an expert, but from what I have gathered is that you can't kick a soccer ball over that wall in Gaza without alarms going off. But yet, like a few dozen assholes on paragliders were able to go over the wall and kill a bunch of people. And Israeli defenses, the IDF, they didn't act until like much later. Then I heard about there was like some stand down going on. It's just crap. And they talk about these 40 decapitated babies, and it's like an average day for a Planned Parenthood, I guess, apparently in the United States. But then the Israeli officials declined to confirm that. So is it true? Is it not? And then there was that hospital that was bombed, and they blamed Israel. And then it turned out it was only the parking lot, and it was a Hamas misfire. And it went on for 16 hours before they can finally, confirm that. Nobody had any binoculars. Nobody had access to a telephone. And they just let that stir on the stupid media. So, I don't care. I'm just not really following this. It's just a bunch of crap. You got two groups of people who hate each other, and forget it. I'm out. Both sides reject Christ, and they reject bacon. And so I'm not really going to take either side on that, and because they're not on my side. So yeah, just a really bad situation, and it seems just really interesting how that happened right when they were choking off the whole Ukrainian thing. And you don't hear about Ukraine much in the news anymore. Isn't that interesting? Or the Robert L. Peters the pen name for the president, and all the 20 shell companies, and just more and more bad crap that was coming out about that. And then all of a sudden we have this war going on. Isn't that convenient? One very hilarious part to this story is that all of the leftists who were completely convinced, oh my gosh, Trump is literally Hitler. He's just going to kill the Jews and concentration camps and all the gays. He's going to throw them all into concentration camps. Can't you see? He's going to kill everybody. The Moonbats on MSNBC said so, right? And like, oh, when you turn on the NBC, and they're like, oh yeah, when he says make America great again, what he really means to say is make America white again. Yeah, it's a dog whistle. Yeah, and when he says God bless America, what he really means is kill all the non-white people and the gays. I know it's true because I just thought of it myself. The people who bought into that, they're like, oh, Trump wants to kill the Jews, even though his son-in-law is Jewish and his daughter converted to Judaism for God knows why. And those same people are now being surrounded by people on their side saying, you know, death to the Jews, death to Israel. And they're like, yeah, you kill the Jews, right? Well, anyhow, I'm sure this video is extremely long by now. And so I'm going to end this now. So thanks for watching to the end. If you have watched to the end, leave a message in the comments, let me know. And I'll catch you in the next one. So, have a happy Halloween and all that stuff, okay? Bye.